Well, this is Monday. Very humid today, you know, kind of like foggy, but still relatively warm. I'm still in Slidell, Louisiana. Time now is 8 o'clock, 8:03 local time. And I have the phone number for the shipper, so I called them. And they took my number and they went to check if my machine is ready. And the other guy is parked next to me. We spent the weekend at this TA. And so there's only 2 machines that are going to Canada. So no point in going there unless they're ready. Otherwise I'm going to be stuck there again. There's not enough space to park there. So might as well wait here. Well, good news, bad news, just heard from the shipper. The machine is ready, so they fixed all the problems. Now they're waiting for the inspector, and at least now I have a clear communication with the shipper. And this the main, basically lady that deals with this is back from vacation, so now things will be moving, I'm pretty sure. And she said she'll call me back when I can come over. She said, yeah, stay at the truck stop because there's not enough space there, and she estimates it's going to happen about in 2 hours. The truck stop itself, TA in Slidell, Louisiana, is located next to I-10, and this time of the day, early morning, it's half empty, but it gets really full after about 3 o'clock. So finally heard from the shipper. She just called, said we both can go. So leaving the TA truck stop where I spent 4 days here, 4 nights. As you can see, it's pretty foggy. 17 Celsius plus, or about, I'm thinking 65 F. You know, I expected it would be warmer here. But I like the palm trees. Now what's funny is that...
Head east on Frontage Road. Turn right onto Cos Boulevard.
Yeah, what's funny is that across the street if you can see, the big sign says 2.099, so it's basically $2.10 per gallon for diesel at the Esso or Exxon. But over here at the TA, gas is $1.89, but diesel is $2.49, so the difference is 40 cents. And actually I went there just to look at the pump's over there somewhere. Yeah, I went there to look at the pump to see what cards they take. And yeah, they take debit cards, they take credit cards, but they don't take, you know, my fleet card. And I didn't want to use my...
You are on the best route. You should reach your destination by 10:28 a.m.
I didn't want to use my my personal credit card.
Continue on God's Boulevard for 3 kilometers. In 200 meters, turn left onto the I-10 East ramp to Bay St. Louis.
And it's funny, like you go north and it's called 10 East. Yeah? Like logically,
Turn left onto the I-10 East ramp.
yeah, logically it should be 10 North. And I walked over here a few times because there's a Starbucks over there and there's Walmart. I rented some movies over there. They had the machine, video rental machine in the lobby. And then yesterday I went to this...
In 400 meters, merge onto I-10 East.
I went to this Outback Steakhouse. The steak was incredible. It was expensive, 25 bucks US, but boy was it tender, you know. And so the truck stop was right over there. And right next to it there's a Freightliner dealer. Okay, now I have to go all the way into the
I-10 East, 1.5 kilometers.
left lane. Yeah, I think middle lane will work as well. No, I need I see I-12.
In 600 meters, use the left lane to take exit 267A, 267B from I-59 north through I-12 west to Heidelberg Inlet.
Well, now that's what my sleeper looks like, because everything is wet. It's been raining. I had to change 2 coats, 2 hats. My socks are wet. My second pants that were under the jeans are wet, and the jeans are so wet that I'm standing on them. And thanks God for these gloves. These are the best for this kind of work, for, you know, winter or when it's raining. Highly recommend it. And I just finished loading. And it was drizzling. It was drizzling a little bit, and as soon as we started loading, it started raining basically cats and dogs, you know. But I had to do it because it's 4 hours till sundown. I want to at least cross into Mississippi and then Alabama. That's 2 hours, and then maybe another 2 hours, and that's it. After that it's dark, and this is oversized load. I cannot drive after dark, which I don't mind it.
In 400 meters, merge onto I-12 East.
See, Mac has no power, you know.
Continue on I-12 East for 2 kilometers.
only 30,000 pounds, so 46 plus 30, 76. And it drives like as if I have a huge excavator. And somebody, you know, if somebody's wondering why my next truck is not going to be a Mack. Well, it can be a Mack, but then the only truck they have with a big engine is Titan. And I don't know why you don't see many of them. Like, they're very rare, you know. So it's been raining like this ever since I started loading. Look, how did the guy end up over there? Look, there's a guy in the ditch. Wow. Probably was flying like 85 miles an hour.
In 800 meters, use the left 2 lanes to take exit 85B85 C4I-10 east toward Bay St. Louis.
See, when I'm loaded, I don't understand, you know, why I should hurry. Because my pay depends on how much fuel I burn. But also, of course, if I arrive at my destination earlier, there's a possibility.
Use the right 2 lanes to take exit 85B85C, then keep left into Fork to continue on exit 85C.
So there's a possibility I would get another load, but I'm going into Quebec, which often is pretty dead anyway. So, and as I mentioned before, so it's gonna get dark in about
Keep left into Fork to continue on exit 85C.
in about 4 hours. And now I'm switching to I-10.
Continue on I-10 east for 166 kilometers.
And I'm heading towards Mobile, Alabama. We probably should change lanes. Yep, see, my lane ends. That's always happens when you have 2 lanes, 2-lane merge. And now this lane ends as well, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, let's go here. And I got my lights on, I got my flag signs. Like, if you cannot see me, you're legally blind. Alright, Volvo coming through. And one thing about Volvo trucks, you know, if you look at the statistics of new truck sales, no matter what country, US, Canada, I always like looking at those numbers. Freightliner, Volvo. So if you look at the new truck sales, Volvo is pretty much at the bottom. It's just beating Mack. Mack is even worse. But Volvos are everywhere, you know. I think the market for second-hand trucks is very strong. Like, people want comfort, so they associate Volvo with comfort. Speaking about comfort, my friend got hit in a truck stop. He was enjoying some comfort inside his sleeper, and some idiot backed into him and damaged the sides of the sleeper. Not the actual sleeper, but just you know, those aerodynamic additions. But he got the guy insurance, everything is good, so it's just that now he's gonna get some downtime and fix the truck when he gets the money from the insurance company of the offender. You know, this rain reminded me of a story with my old truck. If you saw, my previous truck was a yellow 2004 International 9400. And for people that don't know, there's 2 models that look very similar. There's a 9200 and there's 9400. Oh, this is already the border with Mississippi.
So 9400 has a longer hood, kind of like a, it looks a bit better. 9200 is just very compact, pretty much fleet truck. And so with that one, I often had trouble keeping water out of the sleeper. It was my windshield was leaking, and I remember driving in Texas, except it was summer, but you know, it's very annoying when I'm driving in shorts and there's water dripping on my knees, and of course it felt cold, you know. And then I decided to save money, so at one point I installed a deflector on the roof, and I decided to do it in Texas. You know, they have lots of these cheap body shops where they hire Mexican laborers, and they come every day from across the border. And these guys, you know, they're not very skilled. Yeah, you see the sign on the right, Mississippi. And so they did a decent job, but there was some, you know, some holes were left. They didn't do a very good job. Like, the installation was okay, that deflector was sitting good, but they didn't seal properly the holes, and it was leaking in the sleeper. And then I had to go to a proper body shop to fix that. So basically I had to pay twice instead of going once. So now I never use these cheap body shops. But I'm glad that my Mack truck does not leak any water yet. And usually that happens when you change your windshield. And actually on the right side at the very bottom I have a chip, but it's not growing. But right now it's about a quarter, and it's been like that, I don't know, like 3 or 4 months. But I like that on this truck it's a dual windshield, you know, which also saves money. And so I'm gonna replace the right one sooner or later. And if there's be leaks, which usually happen after you change the windshield, they're not gonna happen here where I'm sitting. They're gonna be over there. Now the rain is getting crazier and crazier. I had to drop the gear. I'm driving 45 miles an hour somewhere in Harrison County. My wipers are at the maximum speed, and there's still people passing me, like this guy over here. Like, I'm pretty sure his wipers are not any better than mine. So in this kind of weather, smart people drive slow. Well, I'm just about to enter Alabama, and as you can see, not much changed in the weather. It's still raining like crazy. I had to reduce my speed to 80 km an hour, 50 miles an hour. Alabama state line. Well, I went through 2 scales, and they both let me go. Didn't even ask for permits. Yeah, welcome to Sweet Home, Alabama. Now I'm gonna be in this state for a long time. But in about 20 miles, 32 kilometers, I'm switching to I-65. This is still I-10. And finally I made it to I-65 North near Mobile, Alabama. And I'm heading north away from the water. So my hope is that the rain will subside once I get far enough from the, you know, from the coast. Very hard to to drive in such conditions.